Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Blokees Naruto Legend Edition KURAMA Ninetales thing. From Naruto Shippuden. They asked me if I wanted to review this, and I said for my Naruto audience, I would do this. And so I built this thing, they sent it to me, I built it, and now we're reviewing it. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Naruto, each of the open toe ninjas have some type of Pokemon associated with them. And Naruto's, since he's the main character, is Charizard, obviously, and then his girlfriend Madara has a Ninetales because she thinks it's cute. And what happens is they merge, and this is like the giant dragon nine-tailed Pokemon when they do the fusion dance, I think. With the Patara earrings. So that's what I think this is. I don't know for sure. I haven't gotten this far in this season. But we're going to review the figure model kit anyway. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Okay, so the box is just like a model kit box. There's not like a whole lot going on. There's just a giant photo of the thing there. Totally out of scale with this guy. But you do get both. You get the big dragon fox and you get the little Naruto to go with it. And but yeah, way different scales than this is indicating. He is not the same size as the head, though it's not that far off, I guess. Maybe it's not way different. There's another photo. There are some more photos there, and it is a model kit in the truest sense. I was thinking this would be closer to, maybe I shouldn't have thought this. I mean, I probably shouldn't have. Closer to like the Charizard that I did, where it wasn't that much and it had like a nice finish to it and everything. Nope, this is straight up model kit like what were those Dragon Ball ones? I don't remember what they're called. Dragon Band Rise something. I don't remember what it's called anymore. Anyway, it's a full-on model kit. Okay, that's enough of the box. Let's look at the actual product. So if you want to get this, it is up for pre-order, I believe, at Big Bad Toy Store. I'll put a link in the description below. He stands in that pose. To the top of the head, we'll say 18 centimeters roughly, and that's going to be about 7¼ inches, give or take. Here he is up against Darwin, so it has some real size to it. You could put this in your figure arts display, and it's my understanding, based on the Naruto that's included, it should be way bigger, but I don't think you're going to get a big one of these anytime soon. Here's the little Naruto that comes with it. Very, very small. So if that's the scaling, it's like not even close to figure art size. Figure Rise is what it was called. Figure Rise was the Dragon Ball ones. But yeah, he's got some size to him. So question of the day, are you into model kits at all? Or only if they make a figure that you can't get otherwise? Or like what's your deal with model kits? I hates them. I hates them as much as Smeagol hates Sam. Not a fan. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so I get it if you like it. So let's go ahead and talk about the aesthetic on this guy. Plastic. As plastic ever was. It's a model kit. That's fine. So here's the deal. You can paint model kits and make them look much better. The thing is, on this guy though, the sculpt is super duper soft. I did tell them in the past that I will review things, which means review I will. And so the sculpt is very soft on the fur. And the main, more forward-facing parts, it's not as soft, but if you look at like the tail areas, the sculpt is very soft, which means you're going to have to do washes and dry brushes and be very, very careful to make this look good if you want to with paint. It is not the best sculpt. And then also, okay, so you're supposed to be able to put these together with your fingers, and I'm a large man, and I'm able to squeeze hard enough, I think, to build a maybe children's model kit. I couldn't. So many of these pieces did not go together well. The seams are so obvious because I couldn't get the pieces to squeeze together any tighter. It happened a lot on this guy. And I've done model kits before. I have done Gunpla. I have done the figurized things in the past. And I did not have as much trouble as I had with this guy. The seams are just nuts on some of the areas. I could not get them together any tighter unless I was going to get out like my nylon pliers, and I wasn't going to do that for this. So that's the thing. The paintwork that is there is fine, like around the ear and eye and mouth. Most of the mouth is separate pieces, but there's some paintwork going on. It looks pretty good. They did paint the nails, so like you could leave it as a finished product, but boy, at least does it need a matte finish. It is so shiny, so plasticky. The sculpt for the head is nice, I'll give them that for sure, but it just doesn't look that good, I think. And I understand it's a model kit, and so it's going to look plasticky, but it doesn't have to look this plasticky, in my experience. It just doesn't look that great, and I don't love the sculpt on the tails, frankly. Like, obviously you can pose them around, but these ones that are super, like, 90-degree bent, I don't know. It's hard to deal with that kind of stuff, so I can't really knock them too much. But I think you're going to have a hard time making this thing look particularly good, especially with how back-heavy he is. What was I going to say? It has... Oh, a light-up feature in the mouth, which is cool. It comes with this little magnet holder thingy. They went a little more above and beyond than most companies. You have your magnet at the end of a stick. You put it in his mouth and it turns his light on. I'll show you in a photo because it's not going to show up on camera in the studio. It's not bright enough, but it does work well enough, I guess. So yeah, aesthetically, it's there. It's not like it's a terrible sculpt or anything, but if you wanted to get this to turn it into something that looks much nicer, you're going to have to put a fair amount of work into it, for sure. I know you don't have a ton of options for this sort of thing, so maybe you're willing to do that, but it is a low end, not offensively, that's just what it is. It's not like some kind of $600 model kit or something like that. It is a very inexpensive for the size model kit, and it looks like that, so be aware of that. Okay, now as far as accessories go, you get 6 hands total, so that's kind of nice, I guess. That's pretty good. You do get the little Naruto, which he looks pretty good for the size, honestly. He looks alright. And he gets a spare fireball. He gets a spare hand, he gets the fireball, then you get a spare fireball pouch and other pouch, just in case you lose those parts. So that's nice. And then you do get the display stand, which can be used for either the giant Foxman, or it can be used for the purple fireball that is included, or it can be used for little Naruto as well. So yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, it's a model kit. You have to be okay with a model kit, and I have to stress that because I don't review them normally. Don't get it confused with an action figure. It's not. But for a model kit, it's pretty good. Alright? I'm not going to do ratings. I don't think I did one for the aesthetic. But yeah, that's just... It is truly through and through a model kit. Now, as far as the articulation goes, same thing. There's a lot of articulation here, but it does still feel like a model kit. It looks up pretty well. It looks down not as well. The head tends to want to come off if you try. Yep, if you try to go down too far. And this is kind of an annoying problem I have in a few areas on this guy. Oh, come on. Why is it not snapping back on now? There we go. I am so not a model kit fan. I just don't enjoy things that don't feel like finished products. And these are not intended to be painted, so that's why. It doesn't lean well side to side. It rotates, of course, and it doesn't lean very well down, and he's supposed to be pretty tall. The only thing it does well is look up, so be aware of that. The shoulders, they're fine. They have good range, good enough range. No real issue there, other than the gapping at the bicep swivel, but that's fine. Double jointed elbow does work all right. It looks like a McFarlane figure because it's a model kit. You can see those seams, man. Like, you can probably get some soft touch pliers or something, but I could not get it together any tighter with my man strength. The ball pegs and the wrists work, but the hands pop off too easily, which is maybe good if you're trying to swap hands, but otherwise super annoying. We have the torso, which you would think would be good. It doesn't go any farther back. It doesn't go that far forward. Side to side is okay. It does rotate, but it just pops off so easily. So easily. It's very frustrating. The hips have a sort of swinging drop-down type of joint, which doesn't really do much. I mean, that extra part, but they have decent enough range. So yeah, like, you can use this if you want it to pose. You can pose it. Most joints aren't too loose or anything like that. It'll work, but it's just, it is a model kit, and you have to be okay with that. It is very... The ball peg ankles, pretty minimal, pretty ugly. You have to be okay with that. And then for the tails, they're all basically the same, other than the tips. I mean, they're not exactly the same. There's 2 different sets, but the tips are really the main part. But you get a ball peg, or I mean, yeah, there's a ball peg at the bottom, but not a lot of range on that ball peg. Ball peg in here, not a lot of range there, and then ball peg here, again, not a lot of range. So yeah, it's just enough. It is just enough to be posable, to put on your shelf. Is it fun to handle? No. His tail, and I didn't mean it literally when whatever. He's very back heavy. You could use the display stand, that's fine. Otherwise, he is definitely resting on his tails. So, to sum up, unsurprisingly, if you are okay with this level of model kit in your collection and want this character, you will probably be okay with it. But if you want it to look nice, not just like a low-end model kit, you will need to put a lot of work into it. A lot of work. And then it's still really unpleasant to hold because of this goofy-ass nine-tail situation. Is that what it looks like in the anime, by the way? Because it's so chunky. I'm guessing it's a lot more streamlined in the anime or manga, but it's so chunky, and he weighs like 6 pounds from here back. Not literally, but it's very heavy. So yeah, it's not my thing at all. It's definitely fine for what it is. Compared to other model kits I've handled, though, it's not that pleasant. Like the Figure Eyes Dragon Ball ones, they looked better as a finished product, I think. That was a while ago, but yeah, this is not up to their same level as like the Pokemon ones. I was expecting a nicer finish. This is not that, and I guess that's not what they're going for, but it left me feeling a little bit wanting. I'm curious what you guys think in the comment section below, but I'll be done there. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.